you're here! I was just starting to wonder if I should send you clearer instructions. But then I thought, if I make my hints too obvious, it might get in the way of your travel plans. And then, just as I was pacing back and forth, agonizing over what I was going to do, you turned up here anyway. So, it looks like everything worked out fine.
Hey, Nicole! You're so full of energy today! And words! You're so full of words!
I'll take that as a compliment. All right then, are you ready to check out my next room?
Is this Nicole's studio? Why is it just a bunch of empty frames on white walls? Let's take a closer look. What the? Paimon almost had a heart attack being sucked in by a painting like that. Wait a sec. This place looks familiar. Oh, it's the table where the mages hold their tea parties.
It all started the first time Alice invited me for tea. On that day, I didn't attend in person, mostly because back then, I still hadn't decided whether I really wanted to join the Hexen Circle or not. Alice was the only one there who knew my true identity. She warned me not to say a word or let anyone else discover who I was. I was only supposed to observe.
And then what happened?
Well, then I concluded that she was punishing me for my hesitation to join. Everyone was talking about such interesting things. How could I not chime in? And of course, when you're in the middle of a conversation and someone throws out a question you know the answer to, how are you supposed to keep your mouth shut? Which brings us to the bet between Barbeloth and Alice, Rhindaughter's forbidden creations, Ivanovna's political machinations. It was like a series of exquisitely acted plays, distilled within the confines of a teacup. Their words alone were enough to ignite my instinct to lay the truth bare before them.
So, you piped up inside their heads?
Of course not. Even though I felt like my head was going to explode, I still made sure to hold it all in. I'm a responsible angel, after all, and I'm well aware of the difference between what I want to say and what I'm allowed to say. So, I had a private little word with Alice inside her head, just me and her, and I agreed to join the Hexen Circle, right there and then. She was quite happy about my decision, but as for the talking inside her head, well, she claims that over the next few days, she had such a headache that she had to visit a doctor in Liyue to get some relief. But she can hardly blame me for that.
How about we go look at the other frames? Paimon's starting to feel like she needs some relief, too. Is that an Irminsul tree?
Oh, this painting here? You're clearly no strangers to the white trees. But did you know that the first angel's betrayal happened beneath one of their very boughs?
Huh. Paimon's curious now.
Well then, I guess it's finally time for me to tell you a tale of romance and horror. Let me just think how best to protect the identity of those involved. All right, got it. A long, long time ago, there was once a traveler who wandered among stars. They were nothing like you, but that's not important right now. One day, he traveled to a silver tree to visit the princess of the morning star. Before long, he started asking her about her kingdom's most forbidden secrets. His words puzzled the princess. How could he possibly know of all these things forbidden by the gods? The young man revealed his origins and showed the princess things she had never seen before. A free will and love, both noble and spiritual. His words awakened her sense of self hitherto shackled by the gods. Her heart soared, carrying her beyond limits she had never crossed before. The Princess of the Morning Star confided the kingdom's secrets to the youth, and between them, love grew and blossomed, along with a determination to defy the gods.
This is just a cookie-cutter love story. You said there'd be horror.
Don't worry, Paimon. The horror's about to begin. They yearned to help the people live lives of unfettered freedom, but the gods could not forgive their betrayal. They sent down thunder and fury, destroying the lovers' home. And when the Great War subsided, the power and the wisdom of the princess were lost, never to return. Even her closest friends were cursed.
Yeah. That ending was pretty scary after all. But didn't you say you were going to tell us about the first angel? And you're not saying this story's actually true, are you?
It sure is. And that's the scariest part.
Why are there light novels from Yai Publishing House all over the floor?
Well, on the subject of my literary enlightenment, my greatest inspiration of all is none other than Lady Anya herself. She was the last to join the Hexenzirkel, and yet the first to leave. I loved all of her stories, whether it was just an idea or a fully fleshed out manuscript. Anya was always so skilled at making her readers gasp with joy. Hexenzirkel discussions rarely stray far from magic, and it's my belief that Anya possessed a unique magic of her own. She could weave love and compassion into words and stories that would touch the hearts of others. I asked her for tips on how to write compelling tales. She taught me a lot of tricks and techniques, but in the end, my biggest enemy has always been myself. That's one way of putting it. Communicating through thought is so much more convenient. I guess even angels can succumb to laziness. However, recently I've resolved to make an effort, even if it's just to spare myself reproaches from a certain old Seelie friend of mine.
Oh! Does that mean we're finally gonna get to read something you've written?
Who said anything about writing? I'm talking about buying popular works from the last few centuries to flip through in my spare time. These paintings all remind me of places that hold great significance in my heart. And now, the studio has been fully restored. All right, go ahead and claim our reward. What? Don't look at me like that. Of course this reward is ours. You're not going to leave this chest unopened, are you? I can't let you leave if you do. Besides, after telling you so many stories, don't I deserve a reward of my own? Happy story all wrapped up. See you next time. Come to think of it, this Mage's Lodge holds a special significance for me, too. A painting within a house within a painting, worlds within worlds. Fascinating, isn't it?
Huh? Where's Columbina? Paimon doesn't see her anywhere.
Over here.
Whoa! What are you doing all the way up there?
Come join me.
What are we getting ourselves into this time?
Do you remember those stones we went out to gather last time?
Last time? Oh, you mean the ore that glows after absorbing Kubaki?
Correct. Well, after that, the Guhenki gathered some more, and I sorted them into two types. Darker ones and lighter ones.
Darker ones and lighter ones? But why?
To play moon chess, of course.
What's moon chess?
Oh, you've never played? I see. Ever since seeing the grids the children of the Frost Moon Scions draw on the ground, I've always wanted to try it out. But I've never had anyone to play it with.
Well, what are the rules?
It'll be easier if I just show you.
Whoa! That's amazing! How did you do that?
With a little Kuvaki, of course. You can't do that?
Maybe you should lower your expectations. We're not all moon goddesses.
As you wish. Now, this is the board. It represents the night sky, and the pieces each player controls represent the moons. The two players take turns placing their moons in the sky, and the first to get 3 moons in a row wins.
Oh! So it's basically a version of tic-tac-toe. So, it's called moon chess here in Notcry, huh? Talk about giving it a local touch.
I see. Well, in this version, the moons rotate, meaning there can never be more than 3 moons in the sky at once. So, when the night sky is full, the moon that rose earliest will vanish.
That actually makes a lot of sense. And it makes the game a lot harder, too.
So, would you like to give it a try? It'll be my first time playing too.
Sounds fun! Paimon will be the referee. The Traveler's a clever one, though, so watch out.
All right then. How about here?
your moons are aligned. Thank you. I enjoyed that a lot. If you'd like, feel free to come keep me company again sometime. Here, take this as a token of our promise. The 3 moons.
Yes, just like that. This will be more than enough to assassinate Varka. I'm going to assassinate Varka. I need ideas for assassinating the Grand Master. I went over this with Alice a long while ago. She stands with me and has even offered several ideas on how I might take him out. Of all her suggestions, this one seemed the most promising. Bring a full cart of Mondstadt's newest dandelion wine all the way here, and then, before Varka's very eyes, tip the entire cart over the cliff. Perhaps the monumental, overwhelming grief will make him collapse, or go drown himself in whatever other wine he can find.
That doesn't sound like it'll work. Wait, no! Don't even think about doing something so horrible.
When writing a novel, the author, naturally, seeks to be as extravagant as possible, especially when writing detective novels. If the opening lacks a striking turn, how is the rest of the plot meant to unfold? Alas, this will be my final attempt at writing detective novels. Oh, I suppose they call them crime novels in Inazuma. In any case, they all tell of crime. There's hardly a meaningful distinction. I also discussed it with Barbie, but our novel writing sessions always evolve into crime planning sessions. Methods of crime and puzzles of deduction. We have explored plenty of those, yet the plot would not advance. The Angel Killer case. Try as they might, the culprit remained elusive. The desperate detective rushed into the crowd, then shouted the revered names of the 4 great rulers at the sky. Whoosh! Pitter-patter. Boom! Detective and murderer reduced to ash.
What kind of writing is that? Doesn't that leave no room for deduction at all?
Of course there is. It was only through painstaking deduction that the detective finally discovered the names of the 4 great rulers, learning also that shouting them at the sky would inevitably reduce one to ash. My point exactly. Simply deducing who the culprit is has become dreadfully unoriginal. The subject of one's deductions must be something more creative. I even thought of having a Seelie detective. An angel who, longing to become a detective, became a Seelie, and by some twist of fate, ended up as a detective's assistant. All Seelies love to guide people, so this one went about leading the detective from case to case. I found the idea rather interesting. Come to think of it, the Seelie detective and the Angel Killer case seem far more interesting than assassinating the Grand Master. Never mind, guess I'll move on to work on that idea then. It's precisely because I overthink every little detail that I've lost interest in continuing. Not to mention the mountain of words I'll have to write. The very thought of penning all those words. Oh, what a hassle. And I can't even get a ghostwriter for this one. I'll just work on the angel killer case instead. But how might the detective deduce the truth? Perhaps he could have a conveniently informative dream. Silly detective. Hold on. Why not have the Seelie guide that detective to assassinate the Grand Master instead?
Let's fight! Like lambs to the slaughter. Bet you weren't ready for this. Okay! New life! Thunder! Devouring claw! The abyss is burning shadow! Tremble! I will see.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Huh?
Leave the wounded to me! You had your chance! Thunder! The abyss is burning shadow! Struggle all you want!
Yeah.
Now's our chance!
I'm going in!
Let's keep going, team! Element for the end! Watch out! No fairy tale ending for you. Finish this next time. I will. Stand down. Yes, you are.
You ask light of the blazing sun!
The night is cold. Cold. The nights are gonna
Dodge this. Don't get frostbite. Go. You're free now.
Rise with the sun! Try and stop me!